welcome to the Rio+20 Arts and Media Partnership Workshop. My name is Miroslav Polzer. I'm the Secretary of the International Association for the Advancement of Innovative Approaches to Global Challenges. And this workshop is being co-organized by our organization, together with the NGO Committee on Spirituality, Values and Global Concerns, represented today by Sharon Hamilton-Getz, and Spiritual United Nations, Alas de Rio, Earth Charter Youth Network, represented by Nora, Global Campaign for Climate Action with Paul, Friendship Ambassador Foundation, represented by Elian, Institute of International Social Development, and UN Staff Recreation Council, Seed and Feng Shui Group. The aim of today's workshop is to raise public awareness on Rio+20 and to raise political support for Rio+20 through innovative partnerships with media and creative industries and arts globally. And we have our own initiative, the Rio+20 Global Youth Music Contest, which will be presented here. And our media partnerships shall be presented and developed further. But it's an important goal of today's workshop also to give other initiatives the floor to present their activities related to Rio+20 and arts and media, music, celebrities, so that we can see where synergies are possible. And we'll be also joined by some people from Rio+20 Secretariat, so that we will get advice from them how to improve our strategies and our concepts. I would like to welcome also the participants who are following us via internet, the web broadcast. Greetings from sunny New York, everybody welcome. And this live web broadcast is brought to us by WhatsApp Youth Professional Services and operated by JAS Productions, and we are very grateful for this. And it's also there will be a live tweeting, and the hashtag is Rio Arts and Media. And with this, I give the floor to Sharon, and great thank you for this excellent cooperation of us.
Thank you so much, Miroslav Polzer. And we're so proud to be working together and partnering with so many organizations. And I want to wish my greetings, good morning to ladies and gentlemen and all of you. Many thanks to the partners in today's workshop. And we also would like to acknowledge our ever-increasing colleagues and spiritual leaders. Also, Swami Paramashananda, who's the vice chair of our committee of Spirituality, Values and Global Concerns in New York, and all thanks to the renewable energy resources and Alphonse Ugarte and staff for preparing today's refreshments. So I'm representing a number of organizations. I'll start with the Spiritual United Nations. It has official branches in 4 countries, in the US, in Canada, in Russia, in Israel, and it continues to grow steadily. It is represented in the United Nations headquarters in New York by myself, the chair of the NGO Committee on Spirituality, Values and Global Concerns, New York. And SUN is also accepted as a project of the Institute of International Social Development, which is an NGO with special record consultative status of the United Nations. And the Institute in a number of countries also as well, in the US, in France, in Switzerland, and in India. So in a few moments I will read to you a greeting from Mr. Shomik Chowdhury, who is the main representative of IISD, and he's also the Chief Operating Officer of Parik Worldwide Media. In the nearest future, we are expecting to open a few other branches of the SUN in the United Kingdom, in Japan, Australia, and Singapore. SUN is focusing on education and training, cultural, social issues, welfare, spirituality, and environmental issues. And it has a horizontal structure which would provide all the members of organizations and individuals, those who value principles and try their best to develop these, and as well with information, contacts, training, and funding resources, mainly through exchange. It also has the vertical structure, which develops partnership with governmental and international bodies, helping them in preventing and resolving their problems with spiritual solutions. And two main guidelines for the participants of the project are initiatives of initiative and responsibility. So this is a greeting from Mr. Shamik Chowdhury of the Institute of International Social Development. Excellencies, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate everyone for working to partner with the media, as without them the world will be a stranger, a strange place, and we will be strangers. I would also emphasize that on this month, when we just celebrated the International Women's Day, empowering and partnering with women is essential for any success, for any endeavor in this world, including the Rio+20 Millennium Development Goals, or any other development programs that we may plan to implement. On this occasion, I would like to share with you some of the programs and projects that our organization has been implementing in support of the environment. One, a promotion of eco-friendly self-employment programs like handicrafts made with natural resources, making cloth and vegetable dyes, making terracotta items of decoration and ornaments. Two, creating eco-friendly products to substitute use of plastic or bags. Three, planting more medicinal plants for developing a pro-life environment. Four, encouraging and promoting the use of biodiesel through our programs in India and our branches in Geneva, New York, and Paris. Promoting and cultivating organic food in our project areas. Increasing global partnership to minimize an emission of poisonous and greenhouse gases. Urging national governments to have regulatory bodies to determine carbon credit earned by an applicant from any walk of life. Pushing national governments to promote and patronize renewable energy. Using art in the form of painting or performing arts to spread eco-friendly messages. Using and seeking the help of the media to promote every aspect of building eco-friendly world. On this occasion, we would like to partner and work with the international community and other organizations to help achieve the objectives of the Earth Summit and the additional goals set 20 years from now. Thank you. And as the chairperson of the NGO Committee on Spirituality, Values, and Global Concerns in New York, a committee of the Conference of NGOs in consultative status with the United Nations, the committee aims to integrate spirituality and values into all areas of the United Nations agenda and of public policy. So we aspire to support the spiritual principles of global ethics, universal values such as respect, justice, peace, dignity, freedom, responsibility, and cooperation, and underlie the work of the United Nations as reflected as the Charter of the United Nations and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In order to fulfill the promise of the United Nations to create a more peaceful and sustainable world, we support the recognition and acceptance that spirituality and adherence to universal values are key factors in providing solutions to global concerns. Unless there is a spiritual renaissance in the world, there will be no peace. That was stated by Dag Hammarskjöld, the Second Secretary General of the United Nations, and was built on a spiritual, and the UN was built on spiritual principles and universal values. So on the 24th of October 2002, member organizations in Geneva in consultative status with the ECOSOC applied to Congo for the NGO Committee on Spirituality, Values, and Global Concerns to be made a standing committee of Congo. And the application was supported by the regulatory number of our 20 member organizations, which was submitted to the Congo board at its meeting in Vienna on the 30th and 31st of October in 2002, where it was discussed and adopted. For more information about CSVGC at the United Nations in Geneva, you can look at www.csvgc-geneva.org. On February 27th in 2004, the NGO Committee on Spirituality, Values, and Global Concerns in New York was accepted as a committee at the United Nations in New York. CSVGC has created a platform among NGOs and spiritual and values-based interest groups, and has created a link to Brazil to develop consciousness and documenting the voices of people globally as a foundation of all sustainable development during the Rio+20 conference in June, and it will select a youth as a Spirit of the UN Award recipient on the 22nd of October during our Spirit of the UN award ceremony during the week of spirituality, values, and global concerns, which will be the 22nd through the 26th of October. And last, very important, as a representative of IAAI GloCha in New York, I am committed to integrating economic, social, environmental, and consciousness development in support of establishing a GloCha center here and support the youth by all means, and civil society to energize and support the work of the United Nations. So I congratulate all of you who have participated today in today's Rio+20 Arts and Media Partnership Workshop, and I'm here to be of support in any way possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sharon. Perhaps for your information, today's workshop can also be regarded as a follow-up to a workshop that we have had as a cooperation of Committee on Spirituality, Values and Global Concerns in the same building on 23rd of January about mainstreaming or promoting the idea of youth and innovation as thematic priorities for Rio+20. Because for the time being, the priorities are oceans, disasters, cities, energy, jobs. But this specific aspect of innovation and youth was missing, and we worked together on this. And based on this, also thematic issues cluster on innovation has been established, which I'm coordinating in the context of the preparations for Rio+20. And this cooperation with Sharon proved to be really very important for us. Our organization, IAAI, International Association for the Advancement of Innovative Approaches, has the aim to mobilize resources from civil society to support the United Nations. And we look at systemic innovation of the global governance system, of the UN system, so that it can really integrate these resources, be it knowledge, financial resources, volunteerism, emotional resources, like with our Rio+20 Global Youth Music Contest. And for this systemic change, and for Rio+20 being a transformative summit, it's important to broaden the perspective and look also at the role of values, spirituality, for finding new ways of organizing our global society, how we manage resources, how much resources we will give to our next generation. And so I'm very happy about this, our cooperation. So in our program we have as the next speaker a representative of Rio+20 Secretariat. I've spoken with Chantaline and Pepe. Chantaline said she has till 10 o'clock a meeting there with the civil society, informal meeting in the morning, and she will join us perhaps in 10-15 minutes and will then address us and give some information about what media and arts outreach activities are already going on from the Secretariat side, and where there are possibilities to link up. And also regarding the work of United Nations Department for Public Information, there is this homepage www.un.org/en/sustainable future. There's this, the DPI has framed this initiative Rio+20, the future we want, and it's a lot of information for media, for this ordinary people, people on the street, that they really get in a language that is closer to their realities some information what Rio+20 is about. And there are also some initiatives that people can get involved. I guess it's useful links. Yes, here there are several social media initiatives that are related to Rio+20 and which UNDPI is involved in. Perhaps somebody will join us also later, but in general, from the UN side, this United Nations Department for Public Information and the Rio+20 Secretariat are the main interfaces for us to work with when we want to work with the UN system.